In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create multiple paths using the router module in Make, so you can build automation scenarios that branch in different directions based on your data. Make, formerly known as Integromat, is one of the most powerful no-code automation platforms available, and the router is one of its most essential features. It's what lets a single workflow handle multiple outcomes without you needing to build separate scenarios for each one. If you find this helpful, please like and subscribe, and let's get started. Before we touch anything, let's take a moment to understand why multiple paths matter. In a linear automation, every record or trigger follows the exact same chain of steps. That works fine until reality gets complicated, and it always does. Maybe you want paid customers to go one way and free users another. Maybe an order above a certain dollar amount needs an extra approval step. Maybe you're routing support tickets to different team members based on category. The router is Make's answer to all of that. It turns a single flow into a fork in the road, and you decide what happens on each branch. To get started, open your scenario inside the Make editor. If you're brand new to Make, the editor is the visual canvas where you connect modules together. Each module represents an app or an action, and the lines between them show the direction data travels. Once you have your scenario open, find the connection line where you want the split to happen. This is the line between the module that will feed data into your branches and whatever came after it. Click the plus icon that appears on that line when you hover over it. A menu will appear asking you what kind of module you want to insert. From that menu, navigate to Flow Control, then select Router. This inserts the router module directly into your connection line, automatically breaking your previous single path into two separate branches. You'll see the router represented as a small circle on the canvas, and two open connection points extending from it, one for each default branch. The router itself doesn't process or transform your data in any way. Think of it purely as a traffic director. Its sole job is to receive a bundle of data from the module before it and decide which path or paths that data should travel down. Now Make defaults to two routes, which covers the simplest case, a yes or no, a match or no match. But many real-world scenarios need more than that. If you need a third, fourth, or fifth branch, click the small plus icon on the router module itself, not on the canvas. Each click adds a new open connection, ready for you to build out. A common beginner mistake is trying to add routes from the wrong place. So keep in mind, the plus on the connection line inserts a new module into an existing path, while the plus directly on the router circle is what expands the number of branches. With your routes in place, it's time to build the actual branches. Click on the open connection point at the end of any route, that small unfilled circle, and Make will prompt you to add a module, exactly the same way you'd add any module in a regular scenario. From here, you build each branch just like a mini scenario of its own, chaining as many modules as that specific path requires. One branch might send a Slack notification and update a Google Sheet, while another sends a different email and logs data to a database. The branches are completely independent of each other in terms of what they do. Here's where the real power lives, and it's something beginners often overlook at first. Each route has a filter. If you click the small wrench or filter icon on the line coming out of the router, you can set a condition that controls when data is allowed to travel down that particular branch. For example, you might set the first route's filter to only pass data when a field equals VIP, and the second route to pass everything else. If no filter is set, Make sends the data down all routes by default, so don't forget to configure your filters or you may find data going places you didn't intend. One expert tip worth keeping in mind: Make processes routes in order from top to bottom. If your data matches the filter on the first route, it will travel down that branch. Depending on your setup, it may or may not continue checking the remaining routes. This matters if you have overlapping conditions, so always consider the order of your branches carefully and test with real data before you put a scenario live. Use Make's built-in run once function to trace exactly which path your test data took. It will highlight the active connections in blue so you can see the flow at a glance. And that's it. You now know how to create multiple paths in Make using the router module. You've learned how to insert the router onto an existing connection, how to expand it beyond the default two branches, how to build out each branch with its own chain of modules, and how filters control which data travels where. This single skill unlocks a huge range of automation possibilities. because it means your scenarios can respond intelligently to different situations rather than treating every piece of data the same way. From here, a great next step is to experiment with Make's more advanced filter conditions. Things like checking whether a field contains a substring, comparing numbers, or evaluating dates. You can also nest routers inside branches if you need a second layer of logic. Save this video and come back to it whenever you're setting up a new branching scenario. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.